Performing paramours? Hot on the heels of the news about Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman's divorce, all eyes are on a new woman allegedly taking over Keith's heart and song lyrics. If you're not tuned into the world of country music, there's a good chance you haven't heard the name Maggie Baugh until very recently. She's been making music since she was a teenager, but the 25-year-old singer-songwriter only managed to break out more recently. If you spend any time scrolling through TikTok, you just might have seen Baugh's face, along with her undeniably impressive musical talent. That's because she's the creator of the viral Finish the Lick challenge, in which a friend plays a few seconds of a song on their phone and asks her to complete it.
Maggie.
Yeah.
Finish the lick.
By showing off her ability to finish licks with multiple instruments, Baugh found herself with a 6-digit follower count and the chance to take her music career to the next level. She released a few singles leading up to her self-released debut album Dear Me, which saw modest success on Apple Music and Spotify. More importantly, though, it impressed country star Keith Urban enough for him to ask Baugh to join him on tour as his utility player, giving her the opportunity to play both guitar and fiddle for massive audiences. Hitting the road with a legendary musician? You don't have to be a genius to see where this is going. Baugh's decision to tour with Urban isn't what has social media speculating that they might be shacking up in secret. Obviously, men and women can play music together platonically, but in this particular case, a moment during one of Urban's recent concerts has people asking lots of questions. Urban's 2016 song The Fighter was written as an ode to his wife, Nicole Kidman, with lyrics talking about protecting her and healing the pain she endured during a past relationship, presumably with Tom Cruise. Urban seemed to have forgotten that during a show, as he replaced a lyric in the song about defending Kidman with one shouting out Baugh instead. When they're trying to get to you, baby, I'll be the fighter, became when they try to get to you, Maggie, I'll be your guitar player. On September 28th, Baugh posted the clip on her Instagram with the caption, "Did he just say that?" 2 days later, news dropped that Urban and Kidman were getting divorced after 19 years of marriage. According to People magazine, an anonymous source close to the family revealed Kidman didn't want this. She has been fighting to save the marriage. Massive coincidence or proof of an affair? It's impossible to say with 100% certainty, but that hasn't stopped people online from assuming the worst. As one commenter wrote on Baugh's Instagram post, "I stand with Nicole Kidman. She deserves better than this, and for you to post this with delight is utterly classless." Baugh has made the rounds on the country stage, that's for sure. She's obviously making headlines right now for playing guitar with Urban, but this isn't her first rodeo with country's biggest and twangiest. In August 2025, she got on stage with Eric Paslay at the Grand Ole Opry to join him for a rendition of, what else? Keith Urban's Wild Hearts. Over the years, she's jammed with Terry McBride and Marty Raybon, appeared in music videos with Trace Adkins, Luke Bryan, and Pitbull, and fiddled with Charlie Daniels. In March 2023, she opened for Rodney Atkins, and she's set to perform on the Trace Adkins Country Cruisin' 5-night show in October 2025. And that's all on top of her own headlining tours. In 2021, she told People that learning multiple instruments was a key part in why her career path has been so open and versatile.
So you play, 7 instruments? It's kind of hard to count.
Being able to strum a guitar riff or play a violin or plunk a few piano keys as needed has opened a lot of doors for her. Urban better watch out. There's only one love in Baugh's life, and it's not him. It's music. Despite an active social media presence chronicling her music and tours, Baugh's usually kept her lips sealed when it comes to her love life. In 2021, she told People that music was her main priority in life, saying, "I feel like music has always just been my boyfriend, so whenever I have a boyfriend, it's always like, oh, you're just temporary." Obviously, that's the kind of statement you have to take with a grain of salt, and despite saying that she sleeps with her guitar, there's always room for a partner that isn't made of polished wood and strings. But according to her interview with People, that's still usually the constant companion. She said, "But when I do go through a breakup, I don't go to the bar, I put my guitar in my hands." Of course, looking back over Urban and Nicole Kidman's marriage, it may not be all that surprising that Urban is allegedly already moving on. Kidman and Urban's marriage may have actually been on the rocks for a while, and there have been signs. Take Kidman's work schedule, for example. While she's always worked steadily in Hollywood, most recently it seems Kidman has been taking on more projects than ever. In 2024, she tackled Expats and The Perfect Couple, as well as A Family Affair, Spellbound, Baby Girl, and Lioness. And in 2025, we've already seen her in Holland and Season 2 of 9 Perfect Strangers. To fans, it likely seemed like Kidman was just enjoying her active career. In hindsight, though, it's possible that the star was deliberately keeping busy to distract herself from the troubles at home.
No, it's not going to go back to the way it was. I'm not going back to the way I was.
An insider told People magazine that Urban had been away from the family, while Kidman had been staying close to their children, explaining, "While Keith has been away on tour all summer, Nicole and her daughters have been inseparable, spending time together bonding." Some of Kidman's and Urban's public comments throughout their marriage have also raised a few eyebrows. Back in 2015, Urban held a Q&A at Country Radio Seminar in Nashville, Tennessee. While chatting with fans, he opened up a bit about their relationship, saying, "Someone said one time, if your marriage isn't your priority, you're not married. And I thought, for me, that's so true. So as long as I keep her as a priority, everything else sort of seems to work." Pretty normal sentiment, but then he threw in, "And when I don't keep it as a priority, it's Jenga." Making sure that you view your spouse as important does matter, especially if you're as busy as Urban and Kidman are. But it was the way he spoke about this need to prioritize Kidman that could have indicated a bit of instability in the relationship. While focusing on your partner is a good thing, thinking that failing to do so could cause everything to collapse like a game of Jenga isn't exactly ideal and may have hinted at volatility in their marriage. Likewise, in 2020, an interview Kidman gave to Marie Claire may have hinted that Urban was feeling overwhelmed. Joking about the lack of testosterone in their household, she said, "At times, he just needs to escape with his guitar. Sometimes I'll find him in his closet playing guitar. That's when I know we really need to give him space. Oh, and he Googles cars. I'll know when he's stressed because he's Googling cars. There's certainly nothing unusual about needing some alone time. Urban heading to the closet to hide from his family, on the other hand, may have been a sign that there was a deeper problem at play." But perhaps the biggest indicator that Kidman and Urban wouldn't last was that their relationship was rocky from the start. In 2017, Kidman told Ellen DeGeneres that Urban didn't even call her for 4 months after the pair initially exchanged numbers. She said, "I had such a crush on him and he wasn't interested in me. It's true." While it only took a year for them to walk down the aisle after that phone call, things hit a rough patch almost immediately. Mere months after they tied the knot, Kidman staged an intervention for Urban due to his alcohol addiction. A few months after that, he checked into rehab. In 2024, Urban elaborated on this while taking the stage at the 49th AFI Life Achievement Award, a tribute to Nicole Kidman.
My addictions that I'd done really nothing about blew our marriage to smithereens.